A North Texas man recently won a multi-million-dollar lawsuit 3 years after he was attacked on a public train. He was the train's conductor and stabbed in this random attack. For the first time since then, he is talking to Fox 4 News. David Santendry has the story.
I got to a point where I'm like, okay, this is it. This is it. Like, I'm gonna die.
We have to blur most of the images John Farley is giving to us. They're just too graphic. They reveal injuries from the worst day of his life.
I'm just glad I'm alive.
In 2018, Farley began working as a contracted train conductor on the Trinity Railway Express, a rail service connecting Fort Worth to Dallas. He says it was common to face unruly passengers.
I've been spit on. I've been threatened.
In June 2021, however, he was nearly killed by a homeless passenger who randomly attacked him on a train at the station off Lancaster Avenue in Fort Worth. Farley was repeatedly stabbed in the head and left side.
He was just going at me like I did something to him. He didn't want to stop.
You think he wanted to kill you?
I felt like he did.
Farley says he passed out.
My coworker's like, don't die, you know, and he just tunnel vision.
And while he did not die, he had 85 staples on his left side, more than a dozen staples to his head.
They were telling me if I was smaller, I would have been dead.
In 2022, Jerryon Hansborough, now 31 years old, received a 20-year prison sentence for the aggravated assault. Last week, Bailey and Galleon Attorneys at Law announced its client, Farley, was awarded a $3 million jury verdict against Allied Universal Security Services, the company under contract with the Fort Worth Transit Authority to provide security for the Trinity Railway Express.
I'm glad I'm alive.
Farley says his life will never be the same. Now he's sharing his story and a message.
Be cautious when you take public transportation, that's my opinion.
David Santendry, Fox 4 News.
And Fox 4 made several attempts to contact Trinity Metro by email and by phone for comment this week. It handles the communications for the TRE in Fort Worth, and it has not responded to any of our requests. So we're also working to get its overall crime data. The security company, Allied Universal, also has not responded to multiple requests for comment.
A cashier was stabbed several times inside a Fort Worth grocery store.
It happened during an attempted robbery just after noon inside the store on Camp Bowie Boulevard. Fox 4's Dion Anglin has more.
Unfortunately, he stabbed her several times in the abdomen.
The grocery store cashier, according to police, was near her register around 12 noon Wednesday when the knife-wielding man suddenly attacked, stabbing her. That man, now facing a charge of aggravated robbery, is 37-year-old Michael Pitts.
He was subdued by employees on the scene and held until officers arrived. The suspect is in custody.
The clerk, a woman in her 20s, was rushed by ambulance to a hospital. Investigators described her condition upon leaving the store as critical but stable.
It's at noon, you know, in the middle of the week, and so there's a lot of people that are out there shopping and everything, and I don't know who this individual was, his mental state or anything, you know, to be so brazen as to walk into this location in an attempt to rob someone by knife point.
Police have not said how many customers were at the store when the stabbing took place, but it's clear a number of people, some perhaps witnesses, were kept inside for questioning hours after the attack. It is unclear if any shoppers got involved to help thwart the attack, but police say a store employee was instrumental in officers making the arrest.
What I did hear is that it was one of the managers or an assistant manager that was holding him down when officers arrived.
Dion Anglin, Fox 4 News.
Now, the victim's condition, as we mentioned, critical but stable. As for a motive, robbery is all we have to go on from police at this point.
We are working breaking news in Fort Worth, where police are investigating a drive-by shooting that injured 6 people, all under the age of 19. Video at the scene showed children being loaded into ambulances. Police say the victims were all outside of an apartment complex on Las Vegas Trail near Camp Bowie Boulevard. We're told 5 of the 6 patients were taken by ambulance to the hospital, 1 in critical condition. Fox 4's David Santendry live on the scene. David.
Well, we now know the age range of the victims who were shot during this drive-by shooting, ages 3 to 19 years old. They were minding their own business in Complex behind me when this drive-by shooting took place. We're still working to get the ages of the 4 additional victims, but again, at this point in time, we know that the age range is 3 to 19 years old. We have been on scene really just minutes after it happened. I want to show you some video that we shot just a little while ago when we made it out to scene. So again, working to confirm the ages of the other victims. We do not know the extent of their injuries right now. Earlier, we reported 5 people transported, but you're hearing now 6 victims. That's because 1 person refused to be transported to a hospital. So 6 people shot, 5 transported to hospitals. Again, all shot during a drive-by shooting outside of this apartment complex. This is the Miramar Apartments and Townhomes. Coincidentally, we were only a few blocks away from the shooting when it took place, reporting on an unrelated story when we saw many police and medic vehicles coming this way. So we checked it out and we saw 5 victims being placed into ambulances. We're not going to show you the faces of those victims as they were being put into ambulances, but clearly right from the get-go we could see that these were young people, 1 person who clearly was a child. One neighbor tells me she heard rapid fire followed by screaming when it all happened. She says she normally hears joyful screaming coming from the apartment complex. That's the sound of kids playing outside. This was not that type of screaming. It was something much more disturbing. Moments ago, we heard from Fort Worth Police Department's chief.
It makes me sick to my stomach. You know what? It pisses me off. It pisses me off. I've said many times it makes me angry. I am mad. I'm pissed off. There's absolutely no reason anybody should be conducting themselves in such a violent, careless, heartless way that children should be shot.
Again, no arrests have been made. Police have not released a description of that suspect vehicle used in the drive-by shooting, but they say they are working to gather video evidence from this area in hopes of finding out specifically what that vehicle looked like. Want to say one thing before I let you guys go. I was standing on the sidewalk here a little while ago and I saw an elderly woman walking by. A police officer was escorting her from the scene, holding her hand, and she was just saying, please let them be okay. Please let them be okay. Obviously, an emotional scene for people out here. We'll keep working to get updates specifically on the status of all these victims who've been transported. But for now, Clarice, I'll send it back to you.
All right, David Centendry live in Fort Worth. Thank you. Dallas ISD's police chief tells Fox 4 this month's shooting at Wilmer-Hutchins High School could have been prevented. Fox 4 Stephen Dial sat down with Chief Albert Martinez about what went wrong and what they're now working on to make sure it doesn't happen again. Stephen.
The district police chief says protocols were not followed, and that resulted in a gun getting in a classroom at Wilmer-Hutchins High School. He says now campuses are going through a retraining process.
Our protocols were not being strictly followed as they should have been. We could have prevented this.
New Dallas ISD Police Chief Albert Martinez taking full responsibility for the on-campus shooting at Wilmer-Hutchins High School on April 12th. 17-year-old Jacarian Rhodes Ewing came to campus late, according to Chief Martinez. His bag carrying a weapon that triggered the metal detector, but no one stopped him or checked his bag. Police say he shot another student in the classroom. That student survived, and Rhodes Ewing was arrested.
What went wrong?
So we identify human error, but we also find that we have a sort of systems failure in that we're not following our protocols and our processes through our training. Because our monitors and our staff members are dealing with a long line of students. School's about to start, and so there's some pressures there, and we want them to understand that safety, that protocol, that taking the time to do what's right ensures everybody will be safe.
Are detectors not working?
In this instance, our metal detector was working fine. Our policy, our protocols were not being followed as they should have been in that secondary step to ensure why did it go off. And then we have already moved old ones that don't function. So they're a tool to help us, but it still takes us taking those steps to ensure that if they're telling us something, we check.
Last week, 2 Roosevelt High School students were shot off campus, and while this is a DPD investigation, classes were canceled on Friday. This was the first day back to school for students and staff. Chief Martinez says that he wanted everyone to have a reset. Of course, they had a credible threat as well, and so he says there was more police presence on campus today with the addition of school counselors.
A quiet McKinney neighborhood was rocked by gunfire. In the middle of the afternoon this weekend, a man was shot and killed in a robbery, and the suspects were taken down by SWAT at a home in that same neighborhood. Fox 4's Amelia Jones is in McKinney tonight with more. Amelia.
Steve, a neighbor showed us Ring doorbell footage that shows one of the suspects walk up the street right before the shooting. That video, along with witnesses' information, helped a SWAT team take 2 men into custody.
I couldn't believe it. I was in disbelief.
Sunday around 2 p.m., Shaquilia Black was bringing in her groceries when suddenly she had to duck for cover.
I opened my driver door and I turned around and they started shooting at each other. So immediately I got down.
McKinney police say a 23-year-old man was shot and killed inside a car in a neighborhood off White Avenue, just west of Highway 75, about 100 yards from Black's home. Black described the victim's car as a white sedan.
I've never seen that vehicle before, and that's how I knew something was weird, because he had been sitting over there for about a good 30 minutes.
The gunfire brought other neighbors like Travis Fenimore out of their home to see what was going on.
Kind of became real obvious really quick what had happened. We didn't know the full details, but we knew somebody had been shot.
While officers canvassed the street, someone's Ring doorbell camera caught someone walking up the street right before the shooting. Around 7 p.m., Fenimore heard a SWAT team at a home just a street over.
Really could just only catch a little glimpse between the houses, but I could hear the police on a loudspeaker saying, you know, step back, walk back, hands up.
SWAT team members arrested 24-year-old Dante Tyrone Murray Jr. and 33-year-old Antoine Hamilton. Police say the shooting was the result of a robbery, but wouldn't explain any other circumstances surrounding the crime. Police say Murray pulled the trigger and ran to Hamilton's house. Police say Hamilton assisted in planning and committing the crime. Both are charged with capital murder.
That was the thing I think that surprised everybody. It was broad daylight. Someone's gonna see you.
A scene nobody expected on a Sunday afternoon in this quiet McKinney neighborhood.
So close to home, like those bullets could have went anywhere, like so close. I was like right there.
The victim's name still hasn't been released. Murray and Hamilton are currently being held in the Collin County Jail. Their bond is set at $1 million each.